Wow, look how big that is. That's crazy. What's up, YouTube? I'm Rick, and today we're going to take a look at UFO videos. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, hit that bell button so you don't miss any new videos. I'm watching these along with you for a more organic vibe and reaction stream of consciousness type of scenario. So this was in Scotland. I saw this over on the MUFON site, and it's very interesting. It caught my attention right away because it looks authentic. Okay, it's hard to tell UFO videos these days, and you decide, you be the judge like always. But guys, look at this. We see something tumbling here. Something is tumbling. It looks like a disc, if you will. It really does. It doesn't look like a drone. I see no LED lights, and right here, boom, freeze frame, the clearest part of this video here. It kind of looks like almost like a walnut, has maybe sharp edges. I don't know. I'm looking at it right with you right now, and yeah, I slowed it up already previous to this video as well. When I first got it, it was already slowed up, but I slowed it up even more, and I took a quick look at this, but not too much, because like I said, I want an organic reaction along with you here today. So what do we have here? Yeah, this is a UFO, unidentified flying object. Doesn't always mean alien, of course, I always tell you that, but we want to believe, right? Because there's probably infinite life out there. I can't imagine. It's like the sea. There's probably so much life that goes further out. That's another story, but look at that. It almost looks like right there that has like a sea urchin look, really. Hold on. I'm looking at this right now. I didn't realize this before. It looks like it has spikes all around it, but then in a one close-up, it doesn't look like that. It depends what kind of camera they used. There's a whole detail about this. I'll put more information in the video description below, because we do know more on this case, because the person actually went into a full detailed story, as opposed to what I'm going to show you coming up. You get these videos popping up all over online, and people are taking them, and you never know really the real true source unless you sit for hours and hours and look for it, because this stuff just goes viral, and then you have people claiming things. If you're commenting on this stuff, you know, it doesn't hurt to just give your real reaction, in my opinion, and tell how you really feel. So I think this is an authentic UFO, because we cannot tell what it is for sure. It's unidentified, it's flying, and it's just really awesome. Mistakes have been made by me and others before. I really believe this is a genuine UFO, and it's really fun for me. I love this. It's a hobby. I like looking at this stuff. So guys, there it is. It's black. It almost looks like a walnut. I don't know, like two pots put together. I just don't know. It has like a flat top edge, and it goes around on the side, a hexagon, I want to say. It's just really interesting. It's tumbling, and it doesn't look like a drone. It's so hard to see. When you see UFO today, you see these UFO videos and they're drones, and it's just got to be, for me to put it up these days in this type of format where I can review, I'm going to just tell you my honest opinions. Thanks for on my Facebook for linking me in, and my email, because I take this stuff and I'll put it into a compilation if it's worth it, where I'm talking about it, adding criticism, analysis, commentary, and that's what I believe is good for this format. So here we have what someone thought was a UFO video. It ends abruptly. It's really short. At first it's like, oh my goodness, we have a triangle UFO. It looks like the Belgium lights, or something that was going around years ago, I believe in the 90s, where they had an outbreak in Belgium of a triangular UFO, a triangle UFO, and it looks like that, but then they start moving independently from each other, and I'm thinking parachutists with sparklers on their legs or something like that, because it ends and it just, that's all we have. So I'm going to just have to chalk that up as that's probably identified. Most likely that's not a UFO. A lot of misidentifications of UFOs are really coming in, a lot. And a lot of them are sky lanterns. You see an orange orb floating, most likely it's a sky lantern. I caught them on camera myself, and usually around the 4th of July you see a lot of that picks up, but this is interesting. Right away I said, oh, here comes more sky lanterns being misidentified as UFOs. Honest mistake. But no, because these, we see one triangle. Let's focus on that. There's another object behind it, but they seem to keep the triangle form while they're flying. There's no light blinking in the middle, which would lead me to believe it's a plane. I see a lot of that flying out of JFK and LaGuardia and various other airports around the world on my travels, and even hanging out at Corfu at an airport for a while. I got some cool footage. I got a vlog on that on another channel. Here we don't see that. We see what looks like a triangle keeping shape, and usually you'll see the sky lanterns separating. In other words, one will fly off. One light will fly off independently from the other. We don't see that here. They seem to keep shape, and it's rather large based on the POV in this. You can see on the bottom, the original there, of the street light. Wow, look how big that is. That's crazy. That could be a large triangle object. I'm putting it in night vision right now for you, and on the bigger version, I'm zooming it in. Hopefully we can see a solid object, but we don't because it's dark. So that's all we have to go on. This looks completely legit, not CGI, and it's one of those mysteries. Again, here it is. It's either going to be a sky lantern somehow that keeps a triangular form while it's flying, which is unheard of because they fly independently from each other, and we just see a large triangle, and it's very interesting. Now, someone linked me into this. There's a million UFO channels out there now. They don't have commentary. They have nothing on it. They just grab compilations. They just upload, and this is hard to tell. I'm looking at this right now. I'm going to stabilize it. It's wobbling a lot. I'm thinking, is this a CGI? Too high to be a blimp? It's looking suspect because it's shaking so much at this point, from what I see. We see it above the wing here. I gotta look at it again. And that is high. It looks like a giant disc. It's too high to be a blimp. It doesn't look like a weather balloon based on from what we know about weather balloons. So I have to question, is this a hoax or is this a genuine UFO? It doesn't look like it when you stabilize it, unfortunately. Dang. Because you see the wing and then you see the object like that. I guess the tracking wasn't right in the CGI program. When you see it, it's virtually impossible unless you stabilize the video. Now, wouldn't there be more people? Real quick, you see someone's head. Wouldn't they be looking out that window as well? If I saw something like that, I'd be like, guys, look, maybe not. Because I'd be embarrassed, right? I've been on a lot of planes and I see stuff. Oh, yeah. In the very beginning of the video, okay, that's got to be coming from inside, in my opinion. So I can't say that's a real one. So let's go to the next one. Unfortunately, dang, it's big, jumping around too much. It had me fooled when it wasn't jumping around. I got this video and I wasn't too sure where it was. It's on a plane and it is definitely a MUFON case. Guys, check this out. We see a white object. On the right side is the enhanced version so we can see it closer. I'll stabilize it, or I'll pull it in, and do all the work for you so you can get a clearer image of what we're seeing at first, because I've experienced a lot of flight time, as you know, because I film my own UFOs out of planes and wherever else I could do it. I thought it was an iceberg, maybe over an icy area, because I've recorded many icebergs floating, believe it or not, on water, breaking away, and they look like that. But guess what? This actually looks like it's moving away, because on the left side in the original, you can see light parts of the blue ocean there. It maybe is more a warmer Mediterranean or Caribbean type of ocean, but it does look like the object is traveling because there is a lot of trickery. People actually out there constantly trying to say, hey, they record something for whatever reason and they try to hoax with reflections and stuff like this. So like I said, you could be wrong, you could be right, but it looks like this is actually traveling based on the trajectory as opposed to the water right there. It starts to move. It looks like it's hovering, then it starts to take off. It looks like it's at a higher altitude, I can tell you that. This plane looks like it's at about, in my opinion, based on my experience, at 35,000, 40,000 feet in the sky. That thing is moving, and it looks like right here when we zoom in on it, it looks like it's three bubbles, like three pieces there that connect it. That's how it looks to me, and I'm just hoping when I'm looking at this, like, hey, I hope that's not a lens flare. But I did, honestly, before the video started, I wanted to avoid making sure it says lens flare and then go into this video and do all this and then say, oh God, that's just a lens flare. I would rather not have to do that, but that doesn't look like a lens flare. It's moving. It's definitely going from right to left, and it looks authentic. And remember, well, the person, whoever filmed it, didn't stay on it. Remember, most people aren't experts at recording. Thanks to smartphones, there's cameras everywhere now. So we have videos like this. They probably caught their attention, they caught their eye, and they were probably like, what am I looking at? If that is authentic, I mean, it's not defying the laws of gravity, right? It's not doing any of that. But there is an unidentified flying object that I believe it's not some type of boat or iceberg or an object on the ocean floating on the water down there, because it starts to take off. It looks like it takes off. I'm looking at it again one more time. Now, everybody sees things differently. I could be wrong on some of this stuff. Like I said, feel free to correct me, but the UFO phenomena is definitely real. It's rare when you get something really authentic that's not explainable, but there's so many cameras out there now mixed up with so many hoaxes and misidentified flying objects that you got to weed through these things. You got to really look at them. So guys, I think that is an awesome sighting, but it's important to be analytical when we're actually taking an honest look at it like this, like I'm here talking to you guys today, and I just want to know what's going on. I want answers too. I want answers as well, and I'd like to know what's going on. So guys, what do you think about that? Pretty cool. So let's go on to the next video. Check this out. Here's another one. We see a large object, and is this real? Is this fake? Is it a blimp? It's not doing anything special. It's hovering in the sky. It's massive, and it looks like it's over a desert area. This was going around online in several channels, I guess, because it's a smaller channel that picked it up from another channel, and they all grab it from each other. So I'm not going to be too quick to say, hey, that's an alien craft like from Independence Day hovering over the desert there. I want real evidence here. I'm looking for real good stuff. So what do you guys think about that one? Slow it up, and if it doesn't go through, someone really worked hard on the rotoscoping, if that's CGI, because it goes through the poles and it doesn't seem, it disappears. Anyway, this is definitely credible, as in it's really there. I think it was from Latin America somewhere. There's people, I don't speak too much Spanish, like I said before. I'm learning more, and I can see them saying aquí here. It's a UFO, something is flying, it's an object. And at first I'm like, whoa, that is definitely there. That's for real. You can see the natural lighting bouncing off it. It goes behind the telephone wires, or the street wires, the cable wires, whatever they are. And there's no problem, there's no issues there. So it is definitely there. Is it a bag? Or is it a balloon? Or is it some type of unidentified flying object, which is probably not a drone? No drone would look like that I know of. And there's no lights, there's no LED lights, there's nothing like that. So guys, let me know what you think about this. I'm glad you like these videos. I'm going to continue with the UFO series, as well as my original UFO hunting series, another series you'll find on this channel. And look at that, that's cool. It kind of changes shape, and you see like a round circle there. It looks like it has two like two arms, almost like a bird, but with its wings behind it. But it's not a bird. That's just weird. And it ends right there. So I'm glad I can go over this UFO phenomena videos with you here today, and I hope you appreciated the video. Feel free to say or correct anything, weigh in if you think I'm wrong. I'm just going through this, like I said, just giving my natural reaction to it as the video's playing with some analysis.
Fly around the earth like satellites, writing poetry by candlelight. You trying to diss me, but you not sounding right. Distorting my words, using my name. You untalented talking heads, no bodies with no fame. I was born spitting flames, like King Kong, I break chains. I'm causing those haters to have jealous stomach pains, stressing with veins.